The coffee is black. The robot is very, very frisky. And I'd like to welcome you to the Sunday, July 20th edition of Modeling Blog Daily, where Bill just kind of rants. And today I'm going to rant on the Lego Dacta series of kits. Recently I built a fabulous Lego education set I called Happy Face. And the packaging that they had for this set was rather unique. It had its own little case and place for everything, and quite a neato mosquito deal. Well, this is a current set. I say current. It was up to 2002, but it's still current. You can still buy it on Amazon. Back in 1993, Lego packaged their educational series of sets under the name Lego Dacta, and they came in cardboard boxes. And this is a 9702 that I got in today, and I thought it would be pertinent for me to show it to you, because I imagine a lot of you have never seen anything like this. The sets back then, by the way, this is almost brand new. I think it might have been used one time, but everything is here. The similarity to the old and the new is striking. They had a little tray with places for everything. Everything had its own little place. Has a little motor, has a bunch of little pulleys, even has a light, electrical wiring. It didn't come with a battery box, but you know, back in those days they sold that box separate, and you plugged it in as a box. It was a different kind of a deal. Has little pulleys, little rubber bands, axles. This thing here is actually a switch for one of those connectors, believe it or not. Came with some minifigs, some Technique parts, red beams, and yellow plates. And look here, it even came with a Technique pen. Isn't that kind of neat? So I think all in all, they packaged it up rather nicely. And it had its own little plate. But the thing that made them unique and similar to the current offerings were the way they did their instructions. On the older sets, they had instructions with a picture. And for example, here is a 9702 number 1, and they had a picture of what you're going to build. 9702 number 2, a picture of what you're going to build. That's an elevator shaft. 9702 number 3, that's a machine that draws lines on the road, you know, the traffic lines. 9702 number 4, there's a dinosaur. You know what you're going to make there. And they're all of the Lego Dacta educational brand. They tell you what you're going to use. Here we're going to use the motor, the switch, and the light bulb. And this is a unique model. By the way, I'm looking forward to building every one of these models. They're going to be fabulous. This is one of those machines that changed the scenes for the stage in Hollywood. On the one side you got a Chase Lounge and a plant, and on the other side you have a desk. Here on the one side you have a woman minifig working her butt off, and on the other side you have a male minifig playing baseball. So hey, women, and take note. And they had a light. And they had, see, there's how the switch is used. You put it in line with the battery, and then you flip it, and it'll change the directions of the motor. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So this is going to be a good one. I'll tell you, this is one I'm looking forward to building, though. Look at this elevator. It's an elevator. They got a picture of an elevator right out of Europe. Kind of reminds me of an elevator I rode in Germany, in Munich, Germany, München. One of those old-fashioned elevators. Anyhow, in this case, it's a fabulous-looking elevator with a light and the whole deal. And a switch probably changes direction. It's the first time I ever saw an elevator kit in a Lego. And here's a machine. There's where you get your pen. You slip it in there, and then it'll draw lines depending on where it's going to go. So you got a line drawer. And here's a dinosaur. This was 1993, back when Michael Crichton had his dinosaur books and movies. There's the eyes are going to be lit up. Green eyes. And we got us a walking dinosaur with a lady riding it. The first one, it kind of lays out the layout of the land and shows you where to put all the parts. They're very organized for the kids. Try to teach the kids early on to be organized and orderly. They show you some techniques for putting beams and plates together. There's some techniques about gearing and pulleys. They give you some additional techniques on how to hook up your motor and your lights. And then look here, they've got some really great ideas. Here's a sign changer. See, that's says London to Madrid, and you draw on there, and when it flips it says Paris to Munich. So it's an electrically controlled sign changer. Here's a walker. Oh, that looks really cool. That's a tram, electrical tram on a rope, no less. And this is a little swing. My, that looks like a wicked ride. I don't think I'd want to ride onto that one. And this whole kit came from 1993. Sometimes you wonder. I do a lot of kits. A lot of the sets that I build have multiple multiple models in them. Like this here, this kit is good for 7 models. And you know, Bill, he'll build every one of them, and enjoy it all along. I specifically like that elevator, though. In the meantime, I and my dog and my robot wish for you and yours a wonderful Sunday ahead. Have a great day, guys.